you ready for Kat Dahlia? Make some motherfucking noise! I need y'all to tell me, please. I just say what I see. We are just chasing the dream. When the sun shines, don't shine just on you. And I don't know I'm uncertain, but I'm trying to forget the ones I meant to. Maybe you can help me, and maybe I can help you. You look at me and you see what I see, because you're looking into me.
What's up? It's Nick Gallo, Gallo the guy you know. I'm here with the beautiful and talented Kat Dahlia. So how's it been, Kat?
It's been great.
So basically, how does it feel being on your first headlining tour?
You know what? It's really exciting for me because the headlining tour has been kind of pushed back so much, and there's been so much kind of like time that's lapsed. So this is my first tour, and everything's been so fun. And honestly, the fans have been amazing, and just the feedback's been amazing. So I'm really happy. I'm really happy so far.
Okay. So I know you had the EP out back the end of last year. So will Gangsta and Mir be on My Garden, or will they be like bonus tracks?
No, they will be on the album, on the full length. So Mirrors and Gangsta will be on the full length. And yeah.
Okay, cool. So Mir, it's my favorite song. Like it's just something about it. So what was like your inspiration behind it?
Well, actually, it's a record that I wrote with two other girls, and we were, I guess, just like feeling the love that night. And we kind of were just talking about, you know, the world and people and the relationships that we have with each other. And not just like relationships, you know, like romantic ones, but just like, you know, friendships and just the connection with everybody. And we just started talking about that and people in general and how we all need to kind of come together, because at the end of the day, we are, you know, just reflections of each other. We're not as different as we make ourselves out to be.
Okay. So I know Crazy's getting crazy radio play. I hear it everywhere.
Yeah.
So how does it feel like it's out on the radio like crazy, you know, just blowing up everywhere? Like how does it feel performing it live and, you know, everyone's, you know, loving it basically?
Yeah, it's exciting because that was another record that kind of just was like, it didn't blow up right away. It kind of just really did happen organically, and it's happening at a perfect time now that I'm on tour. So it's kind of weird how everything's coming together, and then the album's coming out in January. So I don't know, there's just like all of this great energy that's happening in this moment. And so, being able to perform it live, you know, people love the record. So we always just have so much fun with it.
Okay. So who are like producers and, you know, any collabos on the album?
Yeah, so I've collabed with Salam Remy on the album, obviously Jay Denz, who did Gangsta, and he did a couple other things on the album as well, new tracks. I always forget. The Young Boys did a couple tracks on there, did Mirrors, your favorite song. The Young Boys from New York. Who else? The Hulka Brothers, who are... Well, they were born in Panama, they grew up in Ohio, and now they live in Miami, and that's where we met, and we just did this record. The Just Another Dude. Cinematic and Red Wine, who did a Spanish record on the album called Tumbao that I also performed live for all my Latinos. And yeah, so it's a nice rounded out sound. You know, it was 2 years of basically... 2 years of making music, 2.5 years, almost 3 years of making music, and really just honing in and picking the best songs out of the last 2 years. And so it's a really nice collection.
Okay. So right now, I know you've been on tour for what, a week or two. So what's been one of your favorite moments so far that just happened? Anything crazy? Just anything.
I don't know. We always have fun every day. There's always like a different thing that happens. But I think honestly, it's the shows that are the funnest. New York was obviously amazing. It meant a lot to me because it's really the city where it all started for me. And so to have like all those people there that really saw me coming up, and some of the people that I didn't want to see there that were like that, you know, fucked me over. You know what I mean? Everybody was there, ironically, and it just. It meant a lot, my family, and so the energy was just, it was a great show, and it was just a great vibe. Everything was right.
So you have one of the most unique voices, I think, in the world. Like, no one compares to you. So who were your musical influences growing up, that you just looked up to, that inspired you?
I listened to a lot of everybody. But, man, it's hard to say, Like, I grew up listening to, at first I was, big on Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera. Don't tell anybody, but I was, a little Pop-Tart. And Christina was my girl. And then as I got older, my brother introduced me to, classic rock. And so I really started getting into, Janis Joplin and Led Zeppelin and those really powerful voices, Jimi Hendrix. And then I kind of started finding my own way and listening to B.B. King and listening to jazz and Frank Sinatra, and then getting into Elvis and and then Bob Marley and Elvis Presley, and I don't know, I was always drawn to really big, really powerful voices, and I would just obsess over them. But I think some of my key influences are probably Michael Jackson, B.B. King, Robert Plant, and maybe Janis Joplin, I guess. But I don't know, it's very unconscious. And Bob Marley, I don't know. I listen to everything.
And then lastly, I know Thanksgiving's tomorrow. So what are your plans? Are you going home, or are you just going to be on the road still?
We're going to be somewhere between here and North Carolina for Thanksgiving. So we're probably going to stop at a Denny's and have a turkey sandwich or something. The thing is, I have 3 Colombians and a Canadian on the tour, so they're like, what's Thanksgiving? They're like, what, turkey? Why do you guys kill turkeys? I'm like, never mind. So I don't know, it won't be the most, but we'll have a good time. We'll figure it out. Denny's, here we come.
Well, I want to wish you the best of luck on the rest of the tour. Can't wait for the album, top of the year.
Yeah,
and
thank you.
yeah, it's Gallo, the guy you know, here with Kat Dahlia.